Hello students, we are doing chapter number 1 rational and irrational numbers, and today we will start exercise 1.3. In first two exercise you have learned about rational and irrational numbers. Now you will learn about the real number. The combination of all the rational and irrational numbers we will call as real number. So rational numbers means which we can represent in the form of p by q. Under this all the natural number, whole number and integers will come, and all these type of fractions also will come under rational number, and all the numbers which we cannot represent in the form of p by q will come under irrational numbers, and the combination of rational and irrational number together we will call as the real number. Real numbers are closer under all the four properties, means if you add two real number, answer will be a real number. If you subtract one real number from another real number, then also answer will be a real number. Multiplication of real number also is a real number, and the division of real number also is a real number. Next thing you will learn here the decimal expansion of real number. So how to change a real number into a decimal number. So when we will change a real number into a decimal number, in that case we will get two types of decimal number. One is the terminating, when we will get the remainder as 0 after a certain time. Means if you are dividing, then after 2-3 times you will get remainder 0. These type of numbers we will call as terminating decimal numbers. And when remainder never becomes 0, means the division will be keep on going. For example, this 10 by 3, if you divide 10 by 3, 3.333, this 3 will go up to infinity. So this type of number we will call non-terminating recurring decimal numbers. So how to write this type of number? If suppose 3.33 is coming, so we will write in short like this, 3.3 bar. We will put bar symbol here. This bar symbol means this 3 is repeating up to infinite times, or we can put like this decimal also, 3.3 above this one dot we can put. Next example, 15 by 11. If you divide 15 by 11, then you will get 1.363636. This 36 is repeating up to infinity. So we can write this one like this, 1.36 and put the bar above 36. It means these two numbers are repeating again and again. Or we can write like this, 1.36, put two dots here. So these two numbers are repeating again and again. Now we will start exercise 1.3. Question number 1. Locate root 10 and root 17 on the number line. So for this first, this root 10 we will change the form. This root 10 we have to write as the sum of two perfect squares. So we can write it as 9 plus 1. Always we have to split as a sum of perfect square. Now this 9 we can write as 3 square and 1 we can write as 1 square. Now what we have to do, first of all we have to draw one line, number line, and then divide this number line into equal parts. Both the side arrow we have to mark. Start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7. Now 3, first number is 3 here. We can take any one 3 or 1. So first I am marking 3 on this line. So 3 is here, and after that I have to mark 1 in this direction. So each part I have taken as 1 centimeter. So 1 I will mark here. You can extend it little bit and mark 1 here. So 3 like this and 1 like this. These two number, one you have to take like this, another one like this. And we have to join from 0 to 1. So if you see by Pythagoras, this is a right angle triangle. You can give some name O, A, B. And here this is 3 centimeter, this is 1 centimeter. and 3 square plus 1 square is equal to 9 plus 1, which is equal to root 10. So this side will come equal to root 10. It means this distance O to B is equal to root 10. So this only we have to represent on number line. So for that what we will do, we will keep our compass nib at O and we will take distance till B. Take till B, keep your compass nib at O and put one arc. This arc should pass through B. And this arc will touch this number line at a certain point. This point is P, which is the location of root 10 on this number line. So we can write here P represents root 10 on number line. Second part, we have to represent root 17 on number line. So for that we will do the same thing. First of all, root 17 we have to split as the sum of a square number. So root 17 we can write as 16 plus 1. 16 is a perfect square and 1 also is a perfect square. And 16 we can write as 4 square and 1 we can write as 1 square. Now the same work we have to do. First of all, we have to draw number line and mark integers over it. Start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on this baseline we will represent 4. This first number we will represent here. So 4 will come here and another number we have to represent on this vertical line. So draw one vertical line and mark again here 1, 2. Now this side we have to take 4 and here we have to take 1. So 0 to 1 we have to join. So this distance we can give here name OA and this is B. This O to B is equal to root 17. Now this root 17 we have to represent on this number line. So for that again we will do the same thing. We will take distance from O to B in compass and then keep your compass nib at O and put one arc. This arc should go from B. And wherever this arc will cut this line, that is the point P. This point is P and this is the location of root 17 on number line. So we can write here P represents root 17 on number line. Next, question number 2, write the decimal expansion of each of the following number and say what kind of decimal expansion each has. So first part is given 36 by 100. We know if we divide by 100, 2 decimal will come. So when we will change it into decimal, it will come 0.36. And 0.36 means after this it will end. We will not get any remainder here. So as remainder becomes 0, therefore it is a terminating number. Second part, 4 whole number 1 by 8. So 4 8 32 plus 1 33 by 8. Now divide it and change into decimal. 8 4 32. Then after subtraction you will get 1 here. Put here decimal and take 1 0. Then 8 1 8. Again do the subtraction 2. Take 1 more 0. 8 2 16. Then 4, take 1 more 0 and 8 5 40. And now you can see after this we are getting remainder as 0. So because remainder is equal to 0, therefore it is terminating. Decimal expansion. Third part, we have 2 by 9. So 2 we have to divide by 9. It will not go. So first we will put decimal and we will take 1 0. Now it will go 9 2 is 18. Then again remainder is 2. Can take 1 more 0. 9 2 is 18. And again we are getting 2 here. So if we follow this again and again, we are getting 2 as a remainder. This 2 is a repeated remainder here. Therefore we can write this is equal to 0.222 up to infinity or 0.2 bar. So because remainder is repeating here again and again, so it is a non-terminating decimal number. Next fourth part, 2 by 11. So we have to divide 2 here by 11. So first it will not go. We will put decimal and take 1 0. 2 11 1 is 11. Then we will get 9. Take another 0. 11 8 is 88. Then again 2 we will get, take 0. 11 1 is 11. Then again 9 we will get here and 0. 11 8 is 88. Again 2 is a remainder here. So this remainder is coming repeated remainder again. So we can write this 2 by 11 is equal to 0.1818 and up to infinity, or this is equal to 0.18 over 18. We can put bar. It means 1a is repeating again and again. So it is a non-terminating decimal number. Next fifth part, 3 divided by 13. So first put decimal and take 1 0 here. It will go 13 2 is 26. Then here we are getting 4. Take another 0. 13 3 is 39. Then we'll get 1 as remainder. Take 1 more 0. Because it is not going, so we'll put first 0 and then we will take another 0. Then it will go 13 7 is 91. Then remainder is 9. Take another 0. 13 6 is 78. Then 2 is as remainder and here 1 we will get. Take 1 more 0. Then it will go 13 9 is 117. And again here we'll get 3 as remainder. And you can see we started from 3, again we got 3, means again the same process will come. So this is the repeated remainder. So this 3 by 13 we can write as 0.230 769, and the same thing will follow again, because after 3 again the same thing will come. This is equal to this. So therefore it is a non-terminating decimal number. Next is sixth part, 329 divided by 4. So first we will put decimal and take 1 0, then 4 8s are 32, 3200 we will get. Do the subtraction, 90, take one more 0, then we can say 4 2s are 800, 1 2 zeros, take one more 0, again it will go 2 times 800, then here 2 we will get as remainder, one more 0, and it will go 405 so 2000. So finally we are getting here remainder as 0. This we can represent as 8225.8225. So we can write, because remainder is equal to 0, therefore it is a terminating decimal number. So in this video we will do till here. Remaining questions we will continue in the next video. Thank you for watching this video.